broadcasts occasionally. Okay. Let me know when you're loaded in. Okay. It is. Give it a moment to clear up, or is it even bothering clearing up? I do have it set to high quality, so it might be too high quality. I might have to shut it down and start over again at a lower quality, simply so that it actually comes through. Is it not clearing up at all? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go in here and in this first building and show you a couple of creatures that that you've already seen before, and more than likely, and like I think I had one spawned on my islands map for you to see. The rock drakes. These rock drakes came with this map. So when I say that, I mean like when the content came out, this is the map that they spawn on. So there's the rock drakes. And then here's the here's another creature that you can. It looks like you can have up to three people on it, the driver and 2 passengers. And this is a beast when you go about rolling, because that's a roll cage on its back. That is a roll cage to protect the riders. I'll show it to you real quick. You saw that, right? Alright, parking it again. Probably not in the same spot. I'm too lazy to just take it all the way over there. But when you're rolling on that thing, it'll break rocks, it'll break trees, it'll run over dinos and do damage. It just the only thing it doesn't just completely obliterate is if it's non-mineable and you get caught on it. You've seen a basilisk before, so I'm only going to show you that it's there. I don't think you've seen one of these before. I had it on my my Ragnarok map. I've got a couple of them, but I don't think I showed you my Ragnarok map. The smaller of the platformed land dinos. Now, all of the ones that are in here are aberrant versions of what exists. So this Ovis, there's an original one that exists. The horse that I'm riding, this is the aberrant version, but there's the original. The Anki, the Raptor, the Ravager. That's what's in here. Trying to keep this a surprise. Big ass claw, right? Ravager King. Or actually, no, it's a Reaper King. 3 attacks, the simple bite. A poison spray. And tail whip. Oh, it scared my horsey. My horsey took a shit because it was so scared. No, I'm joking about that. I have 2 elevators. That structure over on the other side there, that's what I've been working on. And no, that is not small. There's the other elevator over there. And yes, I can walk right through this little stable here. This is a gas collector, by the way, a gas on a gas vein. As you can see, it collects. I haven't gathered from it, so it's all still there. I'll show you inside first, because that's where the smaller dinos are. This, by the way, not including that ramp, this here is about what I had to work with before. So that amount of space is what I originally had this base as. Then I expanded it. Both of these rooms are the same. No, I have not added storage to them just yet. Not quite done with these rooms, but you know. And then this is my room. Now, there are a number of adorable creatures that came with it. You'll notice it says charge on the top of it. It's because it okay, come on. No. I will pet. And it lights up. Pet it again to turn it off. That's the lizard. Here's the bird. Yeah. that's just an aberrant otter, which basically the back of it glows instead of just having that color. And then there's this little guy. Falls over. I swear it's a mix between an angler and a pug. And then this is the cutest one, in my opinion. Okay. Time to head back down and out. You've seen the griffin. You've seen at least one Quetzal. Now it's time to show you the other big dino here. Oh wow, I didn't realize that picks him up. That's awesome. I can actually carry smaller dinos with this thing. A gigantic crab. But you didn't need to sleep tonight either, did you? I'm joking. That's what Goldie said when she saw it. Alright. I want to show you what I've really been working on here lately. And that kind of requires me to go over to here. Let's see, where did I put it at? Okay, it's over here. Now, there is a structure down there, somewhere down there. And it's my, yep, down there. You can just barely see it down there. That's my greenhouse. No, that is not what I wanted to do. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. It's my zip line. I still have work to do on it. Although I guess that works. So, this first floor is rather empty but large. I haven't figured out what to do with it yet. Most of my construction is on the upper floors. And it is unpowered so far, so these elevators here do not work yet. Sadly. I haven't filled the rooms yet. These are all living quarters. Right here. All along there. Of exactly the same size. Then up here is where all the crafting will happen, because at the other end there, that's where the big crafting stations are. industrial forge, replicator. And then back over here is the admin living quarters. I'll have to spawn in element in order to power this stuff, but there's my admin living quarters. Oh yes, and this is the only map where this happens. There's earthquakes. But you get to have some interesting drops. You don't even have to mine crystal as much. I mean, look at all the stuff that's just dropping, huh? I mean, that's obsidian, crystal, flint, wood, stone. You know, it expires pretty quickly, but it's the fact that you can get these materials simply by having the earthquake. So it's an annoyance when you're trying to place stuff down or trying to move around somewhere, or if you're on an elevator and and it's a small enough platform that you have to stand still. It's an annoyance, but if you're on the ground somewhere where your stuff will catch, it's actually quite nice. All that poop that I just picked up from that one. Ugh. But anyways, that's what I've got so far for this place. It's very big, very empty, unfortunately unfinished, and unpowered. But that's what I've been working on. I guess I can show you. I guess I can go over and show you the greenhouse, if you're interested. That's the last thing I have to really show you. That is not what I wanted to do. God mode on. Thank goodness for God mode, huh? By the way, yes, those are some turrets that are just killing stuff as it shows up. So this is the different plants. That's Savorroot, citronal. These are special plants that you have to get the seeds for, or you just can't grow them. You can't find them anywhere. You have to grow them. Long grass seed, rock carrot. That's unseeded. Let's see, there's the X, the Y, and the most recent, the Z. Now, the X, it itself can be a turret, so you can actually, if you plant these, you plant them around outside your base, and they'll shoot stuff as long as it has fertilizer in its inventory, which it has no room for more. Good. Fertilizer keeps your plants alive, especially if it's like this, where it just stays there, doesn't produce anything, just sits there. And let's see, medium to high. Let's see, wild creatures only. I guess it does. These are supposedly traps. You can trap other you can trap dinos, or if you're on a PvP server, you can trap other players. This one, I honestly can't tell you. Let's see. It's just too small for me to read right now. But, I mean, there is one outside somewhere that's a wild. Let's see. But I don't really know what it does. I'd have to remove God mode in order to find out. Actually, I think I will. I have a way of doing that and still being a god. Alright, let's see what it does now. Are you gonna show me what you do? Hmm? Are you gonna show me what you do? Come on. I guess it's not gonna show me what it does. Bummer. I would figure I have to be close because it doesn't pop up and show like that until I'm close to it. Yeah, I don't know. Now, the mode I have on, I won't take damage, but I will take damage if I start drowning, so... No, I have God mode on, so I won't take damage. GM buff, which I disabled, because you enable it the same way you disable it. Like, watch this. Notice that my air tank, though it is going down slowly, is going down. It should be. Well, it's not going down. I guess they may have changed it or something? I don't know. Anyway. I gotta get back to fixing that one part of my repelling mechanism. Evidently, triangle is how you just kind of drop off the line. Because it's such a long distance, Riding an elevator does take a while. Well, that idea won't work. Okay. Alright. I'm probably just gonna continue my construction and end my stream.